Okay, so his question is very specific, as he said. If the flop comes exactly king 8-5, and you have an 8, you have pocket 8s, pocket kings. Okay, so this is a really very specific question. If you flop 3 8s on a king 8-5 board, is there any way to read that your opponent has pocket kings? I guess it's possible, but if you get middle set, don't fold. Okay, it's very rare what he's talking about, and you're talking about less than 1% of 1% of 1%. Now, there may be specific opponents that are so tight that played a hand in such a way that you just know they have aces or kings, and if they had aces, they wouldn't re-raise you. So the only hand they could have is kings, right? So for example, if you raised under the gun with 8s, the second position player re-raised you, right? And you know him to be very, very tight. And now the flop comes king 8-5. You check, he bets, you check raise, he re-raises, you raise, he raises again. Well, he has pocket kings. There you go, voila. It's a read. Go for it. Okay, so the question is, what's the ideal time to register for a tournament, right? So it really depends on what you've got going on in your life, right? Ideally, if your goal is to win the tournament, your best chance to win that tournament isn't late registering. It's registering right on time, giving yourself the maximum amount of opportunity to earn chips. A lot of the reason a lot of pros late reg or whatever is sometimes they look at, they're very specific. They know, what is my expected value in terms of earn, right? I could be sitting in a cash game making 100, 200 bucks an hour, skipping the early levels, and I only lose a little bit. For other people, for myself, sometimes I late reg because I like to go to the gym first, I like to feel good, and I also like to shorten the days because I want to be really, really focused later on. Is this an advantage for me? No, because I'm paying the same amount as everyone else who showed up on time, but I'm essentially getting less big blinds, right? So if I show up on level 4 or level 5, there's going to be guys at my table that have twice as many chips as I do, at certain times. So ideally, if you can, being on time gives you the best chance to win the tournament. Having said that, if you do late reg, it's not the end of the world. If you've got something going on, it's fine. And like I said, a lot of the pros do it simply because they're more than happy to give up a little bit of an edge so that they can do whatever else it is in their life, like for me, going to the gym and just getting sexy.
Okay, we got time for one more. Make it a good one.
All right, she's right there.
Go ahead.
So she's got a really good question. I like this question. So if you're an intermediate average player, is it better to act like, listen, I'm a pro, I know everything, EV, gut shot, you got all the lingo, or are you better off just, being a noob? And I would say this, the most important aspect about being a professional poker player, or being good at poker, is self-awareness, okay? It's understanding how people perceive you and then fooling them. So for example, if I look at him and I think, okay, if I know that he thinks I just bluff all the time, if I know that, it's very easy for me to beat him by doing never bluffing, right? So what's most important is being aware of whatever image people perceive you as. You can win either. You could act like a pro who has got it all and find a way to exploit that, or you can act like the noob. I would say if I had to pick between the two, especially you, because you have a look. No, really, people are not going to see you and think, okay, she's an online grinder, right? They're not going to think you're some sort of 60-hour-a-week online grinder. So they're probably going to think you're here on a vacation, you don't know what you're doing. So if I were you, and you feel like you're a good enough actress, don't tell anybody, don't tell any of them, okay? Shh. But I would play it up if I were you, and just be like, I'm just here to have fun. If you really feel like you were above average in skill, it'll allow you to get away with moves they won't see coming. So I like it. Go for it. Play the dummy.
Okay, folks. That's it. Before we give Daniel a big round of applause, we have a request. How many of you all are Spin and Go qualifiers? Holy moly, that's so cool. Okay, We would love to talk to some of you folks. Our PR and some of the media folks really want to talk to you guys. And I know that you've got the tournament coming up pretty soon, but just a few minutes. Lauren and your team, please raise your hands. Right there. You see those ladies right there?
They're lovely.
They are. If you would swing by and say hello to them, and just because they want to get your story, they want to find out what it's like being here, what do you think of the the dolphin experience, whatever. And so please, again, they'll be right back there, sort of at the back of the coffee. Please go and say hi to them, and they would love to talk to you and get your your hometown story. Okay. All right, everybody. I think first we want to give Daniel just a huge round of applause for his amazing outfit. Everybody have a glorious day out there, and we will see you tomorrow for the Twitch session. Thanks, everybody.
Good luck, guys. I'll be playing with you in a few hours.
Your fears behind.